Hey everybody, how's it going? It's 101 Leafy back with another weekly Wibble Wobble stream. Sorry for the wait. Wibble Wobble likes to be kind of glitchy sometimes, and combine that with NHN not liking to fix Wibble Wobble's glitches, and occasionally we're gonna have some issues. But hopefully, stream should be going well right now. Today we're going to go through the newest update, and we're also going to check out some other parts of the game. For now, let's check out what NHN has added to the game today. Total Dude Awoken has arrived in the Crank-a-kai, which is fitting because Arachnus Awoken just came to the Crank-a-kai last week. I hope you guys got him. He was a very powerful inflator, and I just managed to pull him yesterday night. Barely scraped by right there. Today we've got 50,000 Y money to try and crank Total Dude Awoken. Here you can see that he gets a score bonus against this week's score attack big boss, Whismellowman. You might remember Whismellowman from the Halloween event, in which you were able to fight Whismellowman, get him on your team if you placed in the top 250, or even crank him from the Crank-a-kai with Y money, I think, or a Halloween coin. He was extremely rare though, so you probably only got him from score attack, if you got him at all. Whismellowman isn't very good, though we'll be going over him more a little bit later, but Total Dude Awoken is very good. He's more powerful than King Mara, who can actually deal the most damage in a single strike, as found by Wibble Wobble player Lunix. So somebody that's even more powerful than King Mara is obviously going to be someone that you want on your team. The Tough Tribe isn't that incredible as a tribe, but Total Dude Awoken really helps get Tough Tribe to a better place. When we get other yokai such as Orgulus, then Tough Tribe is only going to get better. So if you like the Tough Tribe, you like Total Dude, definitely crank him because he's usable now and he'll be even more usable later. Right now, let's do some Y money cranks. You can see that we also got 2 orange coin G's. I placed, it was like 53rd or something from last week's score attack. Didn't manage to scrape by. But we can talk more about score attack later. Right now, I'd like to do some cranks. We have some very interesting things to talk about in relation to score attack, though, so stay tuned for that. It's our first crank of the day. I wonder if it'll be an X-Borb. Hey, it's QB. He's almost maxed out. Zarivas says, hey Leafy, it took me 22 tries to get Total Dude. Best of luck if you're running for him. So right now, we only need 2 more QB to max out our crank, which is nice. It's good to know, though, that it only took Zarivas 22 tries to get Total Dude. We should get him today. I got Arachnus pretty easily, got QB Awoken really easily. This shouldn't be too difficult. NHN, hey, Soul Secrets, very nice. NHN has had mercy on Wibble Wobble players, and they've really upped the rate to crank SS ranks. They don't give us a lot of them, and they don't give us the best ones, but the SS ranks have really high chances of being cranked compared to Puni, so I'm pretty happy about that. And I'm also very happy about this Soul Secret right here. Oh, Christina asks, can you turn up the game volume? Yeah, I'll turn it up a bit. I'm pretty excited about the Soul Secrets because I'm not sure who to use them on yet. If we take a look at our inventory here, we'll see that we have 4 Soul Secrets. And I have my Unpleasant maxed out, I have my Komoshiro maxed out, have my Elder Bloom maxed out, and since we're waiting on those really powerful attack uppers, I don't have anybody to spend them on yet. So I should be saving my Soul Secrets for Prison Breaker, if they ever want to give him to us, or Blazion Awoken, though I might just try and crank Blazion Awoken a ton. It'll definitely be worth it. Can get back to cranking right here. P-Gray says, not exactly 50th place. Rest in peace, Sleepy's luck. Yeah, P-Gray. P-Gray jinxed me. The first time that I didn't get exactly 50th place in like 3 weeks in a row was when P-Gray tweeted about me getting 50th place every time. So I blame that on her. Here, Soul Secrets. Wow. Double Soul Secrets crank right there. That's not bad. Now we have 5. We need 35 in order to max out a yokai. So gotta do that 7 more times. Or 6 more times because we already have 5. I'm probably going to use them on Prison Breaker, since Blazion Awoken can at least be cranked while Prison Breaker can't. But on the other hand, Blazion Awoken is better, so if I'm only going to be using 1 attack upper, which isn't often, but if I am, then I'll be using it on a Brave team, so Blazion might be better to Soul Secret at first. Okay, Holy X-Borb, our first X-Borb of the day. X-Orbs are okay. because they let you level up yokai, and people underestimate levels. Attack stat makes a huge difference in the amount of damage that a yokai does. Even just a 30 attack difference is huge, 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 huge. So absolutely level up all your yokai to level 50. If it's just like an Elder Bloom or something, maybe it's not worth the money. But in terms of yokai that deal damage, Shogunyan, Komoshira, No, Blandon, all of those guys, you need them at level 50, or they are not nearly doing as much as they could be. Ethan Zamarin asks, Leafy, can you please go to Excellent Tower? I like listening to its theme. Okay. Right now we're in downtown Springdale, which I think everyone's a bit sick of. So we can have the Excellent Tower background music, which is actually my favorite while we're cranking. It's so cute and happy. I love it. It's my favorite area in Yokai Watch 2. Abdallah asks, how much money are we spending now? 50,000. 50,000. No real life money, though. NHN does sales on Y Money and Puni Puni where you get like 20% off or something. It's at the top of pretty much every month for around a week. I don't know if they've been doing them lately though. So I'd say hold off if you're planning on spending money on the game. NHN isn't doing much to drive players to spend money on it though. They aren't giving us the best yokai. Like last time, we should have gotten Blizzario, Awoken, and Prison Breaker, and they didn't give them to us because they thought Prison Breaker was too good. We only have one more Sandy until Sandy's maxed out. Sandy's not very good. She's just a single target stunner. If you want to use a single target stunner, use Venoct Awoken or Jibaban when she comes out, because they deal a ton of damage too. But if you want a stunner in general, use Professor, who stuns everybody and deals a bit of damage. Komoshiro Gamer says, hey Leafy, I'm just going to let you know, the chance to get Total Dude Awoken is really low. It took me 60k. Only 60k to get an SS rank is really high, actually. I don't know if you're thinking wrong or if you just made a typo there, but you only needing 60k is good because I think I have more maxed out than you, Komoshira Gamer. So we have a pretty good chance of cranking Total Dude Awoken today. Here, I'll turn up the sound a bit more. Maddox Kennedy asked me to. Got another Demona. She's not that close to being maxed out, actually. We need like 11 more, I think. So she's not going to be maxed out anytime soon. But there's not a lot of pressure to do that. She just organizes Wibble Wobbles. And the thing about organizers is, they help you build up Fever Time gauge because your Wibble Wobbles are all in a line, right? They're organized according to their type. So you just zoop, 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 and you get a bunch of Fever Time gauge. But at the same time, it takes a really long time to use organizers because your Wibble Wobbles have to fall back down on the board, settle so you can link them up, and then you have to link up your Wibble Wobbles, so that's 5-10 seconds. If you're looking for Fever Time gauge, just use Dracunyan. His transformation is instant. You get a ton of Dracunyan to link up, and he can honestly just lead to a Fever Time in that single ultimate move alone. I feel like Dracunyan's way better than Demona. Plus, Fever Time isn't that valuable since Score Attack doesn't freeze the timer when you go into Fever Time anymore. Red Ruler asks, hey Leafy, how's this Brave team? Shogunyan, Snartle, Cruncha, Zero, and D-Muncher. That's really, really good. Shogunyan, Snartle, Cruncha, and D-Muncher are all extremely powerful Brave attackers, while Zero is a Brave attack upper, so you're going to be dealing a ton of damage. That's a really good team right there if you're looking to clear stages. Right there, we just got a Mega X-Borb. Nothing special. Slashnet asks, Leafy, do you have any tips for money grinding for people who don't have good yokai? We can go over money grinding later in case you're wondering how I get so much money up here. We can definitely go over some why money grinding strategies later, because there are a bunch of different takes that you can do. Death Madness asks me, Leafy, when will we get the Usapyeon boss? Death Madness is talking about Captain Thunder, the organizer. I created a video on my YouTube channel. There's a link in the description, I think. Just another Demona. It's just youtube.com/101leafy. And I created a video about all of the SS ranks, all of the upcoming ones. Blazion Awoken, there's this giant SS rank Shogunyan dude, there's the giant SS rank Usapyeon dude Death Madness was talking about, Captain Thunder. They're all really cool, they all have really interesting ultimates, so check that out if you're wondering who they are, when they'll be coming. In terms of just Captain Thunder though, I'm trying to think, this week is Slippery, right? So Slippery has advantage over Charming, so we get Mighty Dog next week, and then Charming has advantage over Shady, so we should be getting Captain Thunder in 2 weeks, 2 weeks from now. So not next week, but the week after next week is when we should get the giant Usopp boss, Captain Thunder. Yu-Gi-Oh! Master asks Leafy, who do you think we're going to get next? As I mentioned, I made a video about everybody that we're going to get for SS ranks, but as I just said, I do think that we'll be getting Mighty Dog next week, or Hardy Hound, sorry. The Hardy Hound, since we already got him in the Christmas event, it's not like they won't want to give him to us, like they gave Whismellowman to us this week since we got him for Halloween. So I do think we'll absolutely get Hardy Hound in the Crank next week. Or not in the Crank, we'll get Hardy Hound in Score Attack with Dude Awoken in the Crank. Dude Awoken is just fantastic. You'll want to get him too. Another Mega X-Borb, uh-oh. We still got a few cranks left though, so I'm keeping my fingers crossed for Total Dude Awoken. PokePro Dog Squad asks, hey Leafy, why did your video about the future Yokai Watch games get taken down by Toho, but then re-uploaded? So, for those of you who don't know what he's talking about, on my YouTube channel, which is just youtube.com/101leafy, I made a video about how every Yokai Watch game, Yokai Watch 3, Busters, Sangokshi, all those are confirmed. We're getting them in the United States, we just don't know when. And I made some predictions about when I think they'll be coming. And I actually got it taken down at first because I used a little bit of footage from the anime when I was talking about the third Yokai Watch movie. And Toho, the distributor for the movies, has bots that will automatically take down your video if you're using footage from the anime, even if it's fair use. So the bot took it down, I re-uploaded without the anime footage, but I did get the copyright strike taken away. So for anybody that's interested in making Yokai Watch YouTube videos, I do not suggest using anime footage at all. But if you do, be prepared for a copyright strike, but also be prepared to dispute it, because you will be able to successfully dispute it if you're using it under fair use. It's a complicated process, so honestly, I would just advise do not use anime footage in your videos for Yokai Watch. Though game trailers with special anime footage created for the game trailers is okay. Like the Busters opening, that's okay, I think. That won't get you a copyright strike. It's just the actual anime movies that will. I think we got 3 Mega X-Orbs in a row right there. That's awful. That's so awful. Can we talk about the Valentine's coins for a second? When we first got our first special edition coins, the Easter coins, they were all special. They all had something cool in them. For example, one of them had Mighty Mo, who's usually only available in Metal Battles. All the holiday coins were really cool. Then, we got the 4th of July coins, which were 5-star coins with Liberty Neon in them. Those were really cool too. Hey, it's Terrier, he's almost maxed. Or no, he's almost level 6 now, okay. I thought he was level 6, almost 7. So after we got the 4th of July coins, we got the Halloween coins, and those were just 5-star coins. But they had Whismellowman, a first for Yokai Watch, Wibble Wobble, or Puni Puni, and Illuminact. So those were really cool. You had a ton of cool stuff going on. Oh hey, Angel Catalan donated $2. Thank you for the donation, Angel. After the Halloween coins, we got the Thanksgiving coins, which were awful. Because unlike Liberty Neon and Whismellowman and Illuminact, Komajiro S, who was available in the Thanksgiving coins, which were just 5-star coins with Komajiro S, he wasn't available in the Crankakai. He was only available in Thanksgiving coins. And he was also the most powerful yokai in the game, essentially, at that time. So, because anybody that had him would be dominating in Score Attack. So, the Thanksgiving coins were a pretty awful addition. Then we got the Christmas coins. And the Christmas coins are interesting because the Christmas coins added certain Fruit Neon. And the Fruit Neon aren't exactly fantastic. So nobody's aching to pull Kiwi Neon, right? But at the same time, these were again yokai exclusive to a limited number of coins. You could only get it was like 15, 16 Christmas coins, I think. Don't quote me on that. But it was not a lot of Christmas coins. And it certainly wasn't enough to pull all the Fruit Neon. I certainly didn't. I know the Filthy Goat didn't. He didn't pull Oranyan. A lot of people didn't pull all the Fruit Nyan, and that was really frustrating. So again, adding special edition coins with good yokai, new yokai, is really cool. But adding coins that are just 5-star coins that are limited and have exclusive yokai, that's not so cool. So then NHN took our complaints the wrong way with the Valentine's Day coins. And instead of giving us Valentine's Day coins that have yokai special to them, that you can also get some other way, the Valentine's coin is literally just a 5-star coin. NHN spent resources, they coded it, they created special art for it, they even spent 2 minutes in Google Translate for a description for it, and it's just a 5-star coin, nothing more. That's it, just a 5-star coin. And that's worse than 3,000 Y money, because you can't crank event yokai and coins. You can't get Total Dude Awoken if you use a Valentine's Day coin right now. So that's really disappointing. I know Japan got a huge Valentine's Day event. Huge, huge, huge. They got a special map. They got a special yokai exclusive to Wibble Wobble Chakarina. They got a lot of cool stuff. And we just got a reskin 5-star coin. And in the midst of NHN not giving us anything, that was definitely frustrating. Here we have another Mega Export. Nothing exciting. Amethyst Rose says, I think I got Kiwi Nyan, or it might have been Strawberry Nyan or Melon Nyan. Yeah, there are a lot of Fruit Nyan, some harder to get than others. Watermelon Nyan is the hardest to get, though. He was rarer than some S ranks. Fearless Warrior got Total Dude Awoken this morning without a maxed out Crankakai, so definitely hoping that we can get it, but no. We got Eterna, who's just a healer. Healers are pretty awful. Jacob Spencer asks, do you find it strange that no one videotaped Yokai Watch merchandise at the Toy Fair? All I see is Marvel and Transformers. Do you think people even really care to cover it? No. I don't think that it's strange that no one taped the Yokai Watch merchandise, and Jacob Spencer answered, like, he gave my answer right there. I think that not a lot of people that are at the Toy Fair care that much about Yokai Watch, unfortunately, and I'm gonna have to say that's the fault of Hasbro. They aren't distributing the toys very well. I mean, I have never seen Series 4 in stores ever, and that was supposed to be out last year. So, it's a little frustrating. I'm not surprised that nobody videotaped the merchandise, but for those of you who missed it, we have Shinuchi and Yokai Watch 3 confirmed. Hasbro reps there said, stay tuned for Season 3 anime news, and they had Usapyon on display at their booth as, like, little booth art. So, we've got Season 3 and Yokai Watch 3 confirmed from that, since Yokai Watch is a multimedia franchise, so Level 5 would never just release the anime Season 3, or just release the game, just release Yokai Watch 3. They're going to release them both together. And since we have the anime Season 3 confirmed from Hasbro themselves, the Hasbro rep told somebody there to stay tuned, we have Yokai Watch 3 confirmed as well. Though we already did earlier, this is just further confirmation, further excitement. Got one more crank right here. Who could it be? Mega Export, my favorite yokai. His ultimate is great. He makes you spend money on level caps. Let's check out our inbox, because I've been saving something for you guys. Right here, we have Score Deck Ranking Reward. Robinyan 28, last week's big boss. You can showcase him right now. Robinyan 28 looks cool, but he's not very good. He's a ball popper, and he's in the tough tribe. So not a good tribe, not a good ultimate. High attack, but 90 less than Dark Hubie. SS rank has 90 less attack than an S rank. Makes no sense. Robinyan 28 is flat out worse than Dark Hubie, who's just an S rank. He definitely doesn't feel like much of a score attack reward. Wow, what powers? I must know the secrets of your abilities, I think he said. Alright. Cool. So we're going to claim our second Robinyan here. Robinyan 28 jumps out to meet you. Destruction Beam. It sounds cooler than it actually is. Doesn't do much there. Let's give Goat some spirit. He deserves it. You're welcome, Goat, if you're watching. So, I'm seeing a lot of people ask about how to get Y money on Massive Face. Victini626 just asked, and somebody else is asking about money making earlier. So we can actually go over that now if you guys would like to, since I'm on the verge of getting another crank. Can go over other Y money making strategies later on, but right here, we'll use mine that I used to get that 50,000 today. First, here's the kind of team that you need. You need 2 score uppers, you need 2 attack uppers, and you need an all attacker, like Sweltarier, Libertinian, Komoshura. Attack uppers, Mad Mountain, Lava Lord, Cyril, Beelzebub. Score uppers are just these 2, Elderbloom and Unpleasant, Sergeant Burley, or Wiglin and Steppa. You must have that team in order to do the strategy. I'll show another strategy where you don't need that kind of team, but you do need 2 score uppers, 2 attack uppers, and an all attacker in order to do this strategy. Dexholder Emerald says, "Hey Leafy, how's it going?" Neon Toaster is here. Oh, I missed him saying hi, but a lot of people are saying hi to Neon. Guess he's popular. Samuel Kolsar, sorry if I mispronounced that, asks, what's Total Dude's ultimate move? His ultimate move is a zone pop, like King Mara. So he basically creates 2 circles on the board, and any Wibwobs that are within those circles get popped. He's kind of like Ashura, but not as good, and he's kind of like King Mara, but a little better. So first, what you need to do is, you can let auto-target the eyes, and you just want to charge up the ultimate moves of all of your yokai. Don't worry if you enter Fever Time, don't worry if you don't enter Fever Time. All that matters is charging your yokai's ultimate moves up to their max, so that they can be used. So we've got Zero charged, we've got Komoshura charged, almost got Beelzebub charged here. Now we gotta put in a little more work to get Elderbloom charged. Some people like using bonus balls in this strategy, I don't. I feel like it's too inconsistent. To each their own, but since I am showing you guys who have never done this strategy before how to do it, I'm just gonna go with the simpler version. So after you get all of your ultimates charged, you have to pop every Wibwob that isn't your all attacker. Here our all attacker is Komoshura, but as I said before, Kirin, Sweltarier, Libertinian, even I guess Komajiro if you're desperate, they're all gonna get the job done. Though Komoshura is one of the best. Sweltarier is actually better, since he gets a little more attack than Komoshura if he has Tribe Unity with Komajiro S. But that's assuming you have Sweltarier and Komajiro S max, which is just a very odd combination. For most people, Komoshura is going to be the better yokai. So targeting the eyes is fine, but you need to make sure that you have enough health in order for his eyes to open before you move on to the next step. So his eyes open after 2 attacks. So right now we're gonna target his forehead, which means that we aren't gonna close any of his eyes. We're just gonna keep popping everyone that's not Komoshura. Now our board is full of Komoshura, who's our all attacker, and we're gonna wait for Massiface's eyes to open. So bam, there's his eye right there, and now both of his eyes are open. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna link up 3 around size 13 Komoshura. And okay, so we got size 15, 14, and I think that was 11 or 12. So we can use bonus balls to get that to 13. Popping a size 13 or greater Wibwob is going to fully charge your soul meter immediately. So we used our boosters, which will boost our score and attack, thereby boosting score even more. And now we just spam Shura Shower. Shura Shower is going to target both eyes and Massiface's forehead, get maximum damage. And now as we use more and more, since we can deal unlimited damage in Fever Time without killing him, we're going to get a ton of money, since money directly correlates with score. Christina says, I can only grind so long listening to how's this over and over again. I think Unpleasant's voice is done really well. It sounds really cool to me, especially since Unpleasant is one of my favorite yokai, so that's a big compliment right there. You can see that we got 1,827 Y money. Some of my friends have gotten upwards of 2,000 Y money. One of my friends has Pandanoko, and he got 2,200 Y money in a single run, which is crazy. That requires Kirin though, so my Kirin's only ultimate 1. J12 Cone says, I got Total Dude in 3 cranks this morning, but it does make it easier to pull event yokai from black balls, because that's the only way I've gotten them so far. So if you guys pull a black ball, then you're going to be getting someone really good. You're always going to get an S rank or an SS rank, or I think you can get soul secrets from them. I think you can. You always know you'll get something good from black balls. Probably not going to be Total Dude. Yeah, that's just a Holy X-Borb right there. Now we can do our orange coin G's. Why not? Orange coin G's don't have anybody particularly useful in them. As I said before, I don't think that the Tough Tribe is one of the stronger tribes in Wibble Wobble. I'd say it's one of the weakest, in fact. Though nothing's weaker than Eerie. Here we pull Golden Yawn, the most rare yokai in the orange coin G's. But Golden Yawn's just a healer. She's nothing good. Nothing exciting. I'd say red coin G's are probably the best with D-Muncher and Snartle. I'm not even sure if NHN has added D-Muncher to our red coin G's yet, though. I think they did. Here we got Lava Lord. Not bad, since he is a rare yokai, but, like, he's surpassed by Gargaros, if you want a tough attack upper. And then everybody else is just way better than him as well. Zero, Beelzebub, Dude Awoken when we get him, Prison Breaker when we get him. So now I'm going to show my other method of making Y money. So first, you're going to need an all-brave team. I prefer going with... So, the yokai that you need are Sergeant Burley and Zero. You need Sergeant Burley and Zero in order for this strategy to work. Then, you're going to use your strongest brave damage dealers, whoever those may be. Mine are D-Muncher, Snartle, and Illuminoct. So that's who we're going to use. Got that full tribe unity for maximum damage right there. And then you're going to go to the yokai world. When we go to the yokai world, going to go all the way up. We're going to get to Frostail's stage, Inugami. And the reason why we pick Frostail's stage is because I think score works a little weird on hidden stages. It might just be random chance, being unable to get the exact score, but I do feel like I tend to get a little more score when dealing the same amount of damage on hidden stages. I've never done any actual calculations on that, even though I should, so don't take that to heart, but I remember seeing something was up with it over the summer when I was doing some testing. But also, Frostail has a lot of health, so you aren't going to kill him. And not killing him is very important, because the goal is to charge all of your Soultimates by fever time. It's a little tricky to do without dying. And the reason why we choose Frostail over another single target is because Frostail is mysterious, and mysterious is weak to brave, which is the most powerful attacking tribe. Now, if your Chimera and Komoshura are all maxed out, and none of your brave yokai are, then go ahead, pick a slippery stage or something. But we're gonna go with Frostail, since brave tends to be the best. There are a lot of brave yokai that are very easy to level the Soultimates of. Someone like Lionheart, really powerful yokai, while also being extremely easy to level. Just keep recruiting Lion, very easy yokai to recruit, and then level him up, evolve him into Lionheart. Keep doing that. Got our Zero maxed out. Or not maxed out, well we do, but we just got his Soultimate charged. Here we have Burley charged up. We should be able to charge up a second D-Muncher. We'll have him on deck. And then we're just about to charge our Illuminoct. See, now we're still alive, we have all our Soultimates charged, and we're going to go into fever time here by linking up all these D-Muncher. So now, just like we did with Komoshura, we use our score up, we use our attack up, and now we use our attacks. So we use open wide, bam, wait for D-Muncher to inflate so he can be popped. Then we use Snartle. Pop these Wibble Wobbles, deal a bunch of damage. Then we use Illuminoct. Pop more Wibble Wobbles, deal more damage. Then, finally, we use the second D-Muncher that we managed to get. That's going to get us 43,000 damage around. That's certainly not bad, considering that that's a third of what we got with Komoshura. Now, our score won't be quite as high as if we did a third of the damage with Komoshura, since we only have one score upper. But here, bam, 661 Y money. That's, yeah, that is a third of the Y money that we made with Komoshura. So, that's not bad. If you guys don't have an all-attacker, then just go to town on Frostail with a brave team. Now note my ultimate levels are pretty high. They're 7 with Burly and Zero, and then 5 D-Muncher, 6 Snartle, and 4 on Illuminact. So they aren't crazy high. If I had a ultimate 7 D-Muncher, ultimate 7 Snartle, and ultimate 7 Illuminact, I can be making way more Y money than this. Especially if we had Blazion Awoken over Zero, and then when we get Onigumo or Corn Guy, you could probably make over 1,000 Y money just running Frostail. Frostail definitely isn't a bad strategy, and I did run Frostail before I managed to recruit Komoshura. It's a tried and true strategy. You aren't going to be making quite as much as if you were going with Komoshura, but it's still good. It's still really good. And the reason why we use Brave, again, is because they have attackers, score uppers, and damage uppers, which no other tribe has, really, except Heartful, but we don't have Unicorn, the attack upper, yet. So being able to get 30% full unity with this full team composition of a score upper, attack upper, and 3 damage dealers is something that is currently pretty unique to Brave. And if it isn't, if I'm misremembering, then Brave still has the best combo. Because, I mean, only Heartful, Brave, and Wicked have score uppers. So, yeah, this is a unique combination to Brave at the moment. We're going to do this a couple more times since I'd like to do another crank. Hopefully get Total Dude. In the meantime, while we're grinding Frostail, you guys can vote on what we do next. Give me suggestions. I was thinking about grinding some more stars. We could get it in San Fantastico. That would be really fun. But if you guys want me to do something else, I am always happy to. Hey, we got a donation of $5 from Christina. Thank you very much. She says, hey everyone, make sure you check out that new super chat option on YouTube Gaming. Oh no, the chat is leaving. It's the same as the sponsor button, says Christina. But you can donate and send a special message at the same time, and everybody's gonna see it in the chat there. You guys can see that Christina's name is, or rather avatar is highlighted up there. Shows the amount that she donated, and I think you can just click that and see her message whenever you want. That's really cool. That's a really neat addition. I like it. I'm not too familiar with YouTube Gaming, but they're always adding new features. YouTube Gaming was a little rough when it was in beta, but I do really like what they're doing with it. And now that I have some experience streaming myself on YouTube Gaming, both here and on my channel, 101 Leafy, I'm starting to get a little less harsh on YouTube Gaming. Now, do I still fully agree with everything that YouTube does? No, not really. But I do think that YouTube Gaming is getting really good. So there we didn't make quite as much, since Snartle isn't as powerful as D-Muncher, and Snartle was the yokai that we doubled up on. But we still made 559, I think? Dollar says, Super Chat hype! Shoutouts to Christina! Yeah, Super Chat is a really cool feature. Twitch definitely doesn't have that. You donate a couple dollars, you get your message shown to everybody, and everybody can just click. If you guys see the little Cordelia icon up there, you can click and see what Christina's message was. Really cool addition. I've actually never seen Super Chat in action before, so thank you for demonstrating that, Christina. If anybody has a message that they want to be broadcasted to Super Chat, then you know what to do. And of course, if anybody wants to support the stream without donating money, then feel free to smash that like button below. When this VOD goes up, leave a comment telling me who you want to pull from the Crankakai the most. I'm really hoping to pull Total Dude, but, you know, some people haven't even cranked Pepion or Snartle yet. So any of those powerful yokai are big contestants for your Crankakai White Whale. Ethan Zamaron asks, Leafy, is normal Venoct good? Oh yeah, normal Venoct is really, really good. I think we maxed him out a while ago, which is why we haven't been pulling him. But normal Venoct is very good, and I can show you guys why. Okay, I might be a little biased, since Slippery is my second favorite tribe, right behind Shady. But I think Slippery is one of the most solid tribes in Wibble Wobble. which still isn't accounting for Slurpent. Slurpent isn't in Wibble Wobble yet. But Slippery might not have attack uppers. It might not have score uppers. But Slippery is still powerful. So it's not as strong as Charming, which is by far the second most powerful tribe in the game. But Slippery it definitely gives Heartful a run for its money until Unicorn comes out. And even when Unicorn comes out, Heartful still only has Kieran and Liberty Neon until they get Happy Air. But until then, I think that Slippery is the third most powerful tribe. Zeta asks, like button? What is this like button? The like button is below this video. It's right next to the title. I know that you were being sarcastic, Zeta, but it's to the right of the title. You click the little thumbs up, and it shows that you like this. Anybody want to tell me how many likes we have on this video right now? I'm interested. I'd like to reach for 500 likes, so if you haven't liked the video, make sure to do that. I'm interested in how many likes we have so far. Yes? Ooh, is this Total Dude? No, it's normal Venoct! Wow, speak of the devil. I think, what's his name? Summon Venoct for us. Who was that mentioned normal Venoct up there? Because we haven't pulled Venoct in so long that I honestly thought I had maxed him out. We haven't pulled him in a few streams, I think. I do not remember pulling him lately. Pulled a lot of QB, a ton of QB. Not a lot of Venoct. Dexholder Emerald asks, hey Leafy, can you judge my best team? Bazaria, Thornyon, Shogunyon, Lionheart, and Hinomi. First of all, you guys don't want to use healers. Healers aren't very good. Healers, if you replace a healer with an offensive yokai, you're always going to be doing better. You'll be able to clear the stage faster, which means that you effectively take way less damage than a healer takes away. So just use Shogunyon or something. Also, you guys want to aim for full tribe unity in your team, excluding money grinding teams, which are specifically gamed to exploit certain systems of the game. If you're just trying to clear stages, always go full unity. If you're going brave, always go full brave, unless you're teching somebody in. So, Dude Awoken is an incredible tech. If you take a look at him here, he deals a bunch of damage, and he stuns for a very long time. At his max level, his ultimate level, he stuns for 13 seconds, I think. And that's an enormous stun right there. So if you're just gonna tech or throw Venoct in on a team that he doesn't necessarily fit, he's still gonna do really well. But excluding that, you want to go for full unity, or at least go for triple unity. Since notice we have 30%, at 4 it's 25%, at 3 it's 20%, but then, so for the first two, and then the third, you get 10% bonus from Unity. And then for the last two, you only get 5. So go 3 of one tribe at least, and then 2 techs if you must. So let's go, oh hey, Amethyst Rose 95, thank you, she's another moderator, says, hey Leafy and the Abdallah Nation, just thought I would donate some support, hope everyone is having a good day. I'm having a fantastic day, Amethyst, thank you very much for donating to the Super Chat, I think it's called. If you guys have a message, feel free to donate $5 and you get that cool green message. I don't know how it looks on normal YouTube, but on YouTube Gaming, it's this awesome green color. I love that color. So somebody said do score attack. We can absolutely do score attack, but score attack costs 1,600 Y money, so you guys know what that means. Back to good old Massiface, which I have literally done thousands of times. He's an old standby. I've been playing Massiface constantly since May or June. Late May, I think. So we're just gonna gear up our Y money making team here, get unpleasant. Oh, Ethan Zamarin was the one that summoned Venoct to our Crankakai. He asks, Leafy, is my team good? QB, Shogunyon, Venoct, Goldenyon, and Sandy. I hate to be harsh, but since you asked, your team's not very good. As I said, healers are pretty awful. Single target stunners, as I mentioned earlier in the stream, are not very good as well, so don't use Goldenyon or Sandy. QB, Shogunyon, Venoct. So Shogunyon and Venoct are good, but you should be using Lionheart over Venoct. And then for QB, I can show you guys after score attack. I'll demonstrate why ball poppers are bad. Because we have Robinson 28, so we'll demonstrate him. Robinson 28 doesn't deal as much damage, and he takes way more time to actually use his ultimate compared to Shogunya and QB Awoken, any of those random poppers. Normal Venoct, all of those guys. Ball poppers just, unfortunately, are not the most fantastic. Polarize asks Leafy, how do you feel about the Whisper Awoken event in Puni Puni? Well, it's certainly not a polarizing event, that's for sure. The Whisper Awoken event is absolutely fantastic. It's the kind of event that we should be getting in Wibble Wobble. Puni gets all of these crazy events where you get a ton of new event maps, a ton of new yokai, you get all these wacky mini games to play where it's like an entirely other game that you earn points for teams that you choose, and all this crazy stuff. And Wibble Wobble does not get any of that, unfortunately. I can go over the Wibble Wobble, the Whisper event, sorry, the W sound mixed me up there. I can go over the Whisper event a little more in depth if you guys would like me to. But at the same time, unfortunately, I don't play Puni, so I can't give first-hand details about it. We do have a lot of members of the Mount Wildwood community that share details about it. So first, let's start off, why are they having a Whisper event? They're having a Whisper event because they held this big poll. Hino himself got in on it, and he was like, hey guys, vote for which yokai you want to have an Awoken form next. And everybody was like, ooh, Whisper Awoken. Now, personally, I think we should have gotten Pandal Awoken. Just putting that out there, Pandal Awoken, NHN, if you're listening, give us Pandal Awoken. But, unfortunately for me, Whisper won the Awoken poll. So, they did make Whisper Awoken, but that's not it. Everybody was just kind of expecting, oh, they'll throw Whisper Awoken in the Crankakai and it'll be a direct attacker and whatever. Well, Whisper Awoken is a direct attacker, but he has a special form. Instead of just having a random aura, it's the Butler Whisper, like the really tall one. Literally called 8-Head Tall Whisper, from what I've heard. He's got like that figure that Hasbro made, all that stuff. So Butler Whisper is the SS rank Whisper, and they added him as a hidden stage on this giant event map. Oh, shout out to Comain Reception. Thank you very much for donating $1. They added Whisper Awoken, right? But they didn't just add him. They added him to an event map. Oh god, I got really distracted there. We gotta start over. I got way too distracted talking about Whisper. So, they created an entirely new event map that's like this colorful version of the yokai world. And they have all these new yokai on it, including Whisper, Wispe, Joker Whisper, the Wisbaba is what he's called, and another form of Whisper that I can't quite remember. I think that's just Whisper Awoken, so 4 different Whisper. They're all available on that map, and they're kind of difficult to recruit, but they're all pretty cool. Whisper, normal Whisper, you'd expect him to be a useless stunner, but he's actually a bottom popper. Still not incredibly strong since he is a C rank, but it's better than stunning, that's for sure. Wisbaba is a vertical popper. He cuts all the Wibble Wobble with his scythe. And then, I can't quite remember what Wispe does. If anybody remembers, let me know in the comments or the chat. What does Wispe do? I don't even know what his ultimate is in mainline, honestly. I'm not too familiar with Yokai Watch 3. But I'm sure he's not too useful since he's only a C rank. But other than that, you have all of these cool event maps to explore. And on top of that, there's this Whisper thing where basically, from my understanding, I haven't played it myself, so I don't understand it entirely. But in case you're wondering what my understanding of the event is, you have this Whisper. And as you fight him, your Whisper gets stronger. And then you can fight your friend's Whisper, I think, and that powers up your Whisper as well? I'm not entirely sure how it works, but basically it lets players compete with each other, is why it's fun. It lets players have something to do constantly during the event, and they compete with each other. They earn event points, and they can buy prizes, like Whisper. Whisper Wibble Wobbles to level up their Whisper guys. And then there's also another thing, where it's this mini game. And it's an entirely other game programmed inside Wibble Wobble. Now, it isn't a full game, it's a mini game. But they do a lot of cool mini games like that. They did one for the popcorn event, I think. Right? And they did one for... They did one for Valentine. No, they didn't do one for Valentine's Day. But they did one with Les Bouchignon. I know that for sure. And they also did one for the Manju event, I think. They did quite a few mini games over the last year. I think they did one for Final Fantasy as well. A lot of cool little mini games that you get to play, strategize with. And the Wibwobs that you use actually impact how you play. Lots of fun there. So this is a huge, huge, huge event. Lots of stuff to do, lots of content. And the biggest event that we've gotten is Terror Time, which is 3 maps with 1 new yokai. Just think about that for a moment. Oh, and we got the Fruit Yan and the Waimari Crankakai. That's the most that we've gotten in Wibwob. Illuminact, aka TY Guy, aka Buchanyan. Not Buchanyan, Buchanyan. Thank you very much for donating $2. I think Super Chat is $5, right? I'm not entirely well versed in it. So he doesn't have a message for us, but he did donate, so thank you very much for that. The donate option, from what I understand, for anybody curious, is actually in beta. So, Abdallah, definitely lucky enough to get into the donate button beta. So thank you guys for showing that off right there. If you have another donation, then put it in there. Do some super chats. Good stuff. Hunter Gamer asks, Leafy, should I have stayed up until 12 playing Puni last night? If you're playing Puni, absolutely. If you're playing Wibwob, only for Arachnus. Just to give you an idea of the state of Wibwob's score attack right now. We lost 20% of our players. 20% of Wibwob competitors are no longer competing in Wibwob the past few weeks. And this is including Evil Nobu. Evil Nobu is particularly famous for the fact that he has always been on top of score attack. Since March through around, I want to say September, Nobu is always on top of score attack. Then, Robert, a good friend of mine, Springdale Data Sciences on YouTube, surpassed Nobu. And that was huge. That was the first time anybody had done that. He's SV, I think he's, no, he's not. SV Howard S is a different guy, but he also managed to surpass Nobu. So both of them, they're like, oh hey Nobu, we're better than you. And Nobu started competing harder. But that was around the time that we thought Wibwob was getting a lot of stuff going on. So here you can see Wibbly Robbit right here. Has not put in a score this week, but he will, and he'll get a high score. But Nobu, Wibbly Howard, sorry, yeah. He's not SV Howard anymore. He used to be. But now he's Wibbly Howard. He put in a score and he got 36 million. He managed to surpass Nobu, as did Robet. But now, Nobu, no longer competing. For the past 2 weeks. For the second time, Nobu has not competed. Nobu did not compete for a single week in late September, I think. But we all assumed he got sick or he broke his phone or something. Because he was right back to competing. But now he isn't. Now he is not competing anymore. So we're going to check out this week's score attack. Oh hey, but before we do, Amethyst Rose says, Leafy, any donation is super chat. However, if you want a longer message of 150 words, you have to donate $5 or more. It will increase depending on how much you spend, so under 5 is 50 words. Oh, okay. So Illuminac just didn't, he didn't give us a message. If you're gonna donate, give us a message, guys. I like reading them. I like giving little shout-outs. It's fun. It's fun seeing what you guys have to say. Now, if YouTube implemented text-to-speech for donations, that's always funny, with the little robot voice reading your messages. It sounds so goofy. I love it. Here we have Whismellowman. I can demonstrate him after we do our score attack run. Whismellowman is slippery, so if we click here, we're going to see, whoa, score attack tips, tribe compatibility. So for those of you guys who haven't seen the tribe compatibility chart, this is it. Brave and Tough have advantage over Slippery. Whismellowman, of course, since he's Whisper, he is Slippery, so we're going to use Demuncher as our attacker. Oh, I almost forgot to switch out. Oops. Here we go, Demuncher, And we use the same strategy that we use for grinding my money. So we go 2 score uppers, 2 attack uppers, and D-Muncher. Now, keep in mind, oops, we gotta switch out Unpleasant for Elder Bloom. Please keep in mind, score attack is really difficult, and you will see. I will probably refrain from speaking aside from exclamations of frustration, little O's, because you really gotta focus. And it might take us a couple tries to get a good score, but we're definitely gonna get one. This week's score attack is real fun because I just love Whismellowman's design. Let me know in the chat right now, what's your favorite big boss design? Is it Usopion, the giant Usopion, Captain Thunder, the giant Shogunyan, Bushio? Any of those guys, all of them are really cool. We've got the giant Tattletale, Jibaban, a lot of really cool big boss yokai. Let me know who your favorite is. My favorite, Prison Breaker. Come on, NHN. Just give him to us. Crimson Arzuros, sponsor, asks what I think of his team. I'll get back to you on that after I do score attack. So, the goal is charge all of your ultimates by 40 seconds and then flood. The flood usually isn't going to be perfect, but you got to do what you can. Here we've got some nice Beelzebub already being chained. Max out Beelzebub, charge Elder Bloom. Gonna get him up pretty quick as well. Perfect, 13. Nice bonus ball there. Get Sergeant Burley charged. This is going pretty well so far. Not gonna jinx it though. My phone's kind of lagging, unfortunately. Score attack does that to me sometimes. Got D-Muncher charged, and now we just need Zero. Okay, awesome. That was really cooperative. Now we're just going to charge our D-Muncher. We're going to flood. Flooding can be a little difficult with the lag, unfortunately. Getting a pretty good flood though. Getting kind of lucky. Nothing amazing. But this should get us a decent enough score. Wow, okay, and we're good to link. Oops. So when time runs out, it cancels your link, unfortunately. We'll be okay though. So we link up our D-Muncher, we got a size 12 and a size 13, so we do need a bonus ball there. I'm gonna mash my screen to use my ultimates while using up as little time as possible. I really wish you could like queue your ultimates. That would be really useful. Alright, give me a time ball, please. No, just no bonus ball. Alright, cool. We've got, okay. We should be able to get another one if we get a bonus ball here. Come on, Wibble Wobble, please. Nice, and it's a time ball. Ah! Oh my god. I messed up there. I'm sorry, guys. That was so close. The Wibble Wobbles are being difficult, and I didn't connect all of them, so I made a size 12 on accident. Oh, that was so close. We probably could have, maybe not broken our high score, but we could have gotten to our high score. 14 million, definitely not bad though. Let's see where we place in the rankings. This will probably be my final score attack run for this week. We might do one later if you guys really want me to. Here we got place 30. So Whismellowman, I already have him. He's not great. I'm not too concerned about leveling his ultimate up. Plus, I don't need a ton of soul secrets since we aren't getting Prison Breaker for another almost 2 months now, and Dude Awoken can be cranked. So that's good. 30th place, not bad. Now, while we revel in the beauty of Whismellowman, who I can show you guys here, I'm just gonna flip through the chat real quick, make sure I didn't miss any super chats, because that would be absolutely tragic. Abdallah says Prison Breaker has a cool design. Oh yeah, he's so cool. He's this giant mangy mutt in this prisoner outfit. Really, really cool. Alright, so Crimson Arzeros, the sponsor, asks, what do you think of my Shady team that I'm planning on making? Captain Thunder, Eiler, Hydabat Awoken, Null, and Slimeamander S. That's really, really good, except I don't like Captain Thunder. As I said before, organizers kind of waste time. If you replace him with Beelzebub, you'll be golden. That's a fantastic team. Beelzebub, Eiler, Null, Slimeamander S, and Hydabat Awoken, that is a really, really solid Shady team. I think Shady is one of the best tribes in the game, because if we take a look at the yokai it has access to, we get Beelzebub, who's a very powerful attack upper, Slimeamander S, and Eiler, and Null, who are very powerful attackers, Blandon, who's almost as powerful as Null, maybe not quite, but he's extremely easy to level this ultimate of, so that makes him super accessible. Plus, Slimeamander, another very easy to get yokai, very easy to max out yokai, that's pretty strong as well, so he's both good for beginners, and he's good for veteran players. Plus, veteran players looking to increase the viability of their Shady team is going to be, they're going to be happy when Hydabat Awoken comes out. He's a horizontal popper, so nothing too special, but he has very high attack. So, and his ultimate point is high, so he pops a ton of Wibble Wobble. He's going to deal a lot of damage, I think. So throwing Hydabat Awoken on your Shady team, definitely not a bad idea. Zeta asks type null. Yeah, this is type null, guys. Wow, what a ripoff. I can't believe they did this. Just, man. Yokai Watch 1 came out in 2015, and, already preemptively ripping off type null. They knew. Coma Cameron, sponsor, asks, Crimson, if you think you'll get Captain Thunder, give up. Oh, no, don't say that. Captain Thunder's pretty easy to get. Top 250, really easy to get into. Let's check out the score attack rankings right here. Let's check it out. Just peruse the rankings. See what's up. All scores. We're going to scroll down a bit. Just scrolling through score attack is a little tedious, just a little, because they only load, like, I think it's 50 at a time, or 25, so you just gotta keep scrolling down, you gotta keep loading, but we'll get to 250. And bam, okay, so, 250, Boss Davis. He's got 3 million score. You might be like, whoa, that's really difficult to get. But actually, 3 million score, not that hard. Let me show you guys. So, let's do it from the perspective of somebody that, Abdallah says rip off, let's not get into that. Yeah, that was sarcasm, guys, obviously. I was joking. I was definitely joking about Null. So, I'm going to do the score attack run from the perspective of somebody that's not lucky. I know there are a lot of people out there that's like, man, I really want my favorite big boss. I really want Robinyon 28, even though he's awful. I really want Whismellowman, even though he's awful. I really want Red J or Mighty Dog, who are both really good. You know. You want Jibaban when she comes out. She's very good. Not fantastic, but very good. If you want Bushio, who's extremely good. Any of those guys. But you're being really hard on yourself. You're like, man, I don't know if participating in score attack is even worth it, because I'm not lucky in the crank. I don't have Elder Bloom. Alright? You don't have Beelzebub, because maybe you aren't even lucky enough to get the Shard of Evil, which took me a straight week of grinding to get. Any of those guys, if you don't have them. We're going to do this from the perspective of you. So, what we're going to do is, let's take all of the yokai that you need luck to get out. So, note that I have Zero maxed. I do have Zero maxed from the Crankakai. However, Maximus N, also known as Yokai Guts K, is equal in power to Zero, plus he heals you for 250, And he's 1 rank lower. He's just objectively better. And he's very easy to grind as a B rank that accepts snacks. I think he accepts snacks. So that's really, really easy to grind. And I noticed that he joins you pretty easily. I'd be willing to say that he has a strengthened chance of joining you compared to some other yokai. But that might have just been my luck. That could just be my luck. So if you're thinking, I want yokai for this week that are good, then max out Maximus N. It won't take you very long. It'll take you a few hours, that's it. And you'll have him maxed out. So we'll keep Zero on the team, since again, Zero is equal in power to Maximus N, but I have Zero maxed out. But for the convenience of this demonstration, we're gonna pretend that Zero is Maximus N. Do you guys agree with that? Does that make sense to you? Then, we're gonna take Elder Bloom off. Because Elder Bloom, you gotta be insanely lucky to get. Elder Bloom has gotta go. And we're gonna replace Elder Bloom with Lionheart. Because Lionheart, really easy to get. You start out with Lion. The game gives you Lion. You just level him up and get a Lionheart. Then, Lion's an E rank, so he's super easy to recruit. You just level him up again. Doesn't take too long, only a few minutes. And bam! You've got another Lionheart. Keep doing that, and his Soultimate is gonna keep leveling. Now, our Lionheart is at Soultimate level 3. I could substitute a yokai for him. I could be like, oh, well, we'll use Illuminact or whatever. But no. I'm going to stick to my Lionheart because his attack is pretty low. So it's not comparable. Then, we're going to use Shogunyan. Because Shogunyan, anybody can get. Shogunyan requires no luck. You get to stage 70. You complete it in 70 seconds. Easy. You get your Insomni. Bam! You unseal your Shogunyan. I have him at Soultimate level 4. Now you might say, Leafy, that's not valid because you use Soul Secrets and you crank Soul Secrets. But, all of my Soul Secrets that I used on Shogunyan, I got from the campaign. Every time I cleared a sewer, I gave my Soul Secret to Shogunyan. Because Shogunyan, really good for aggressive runs with Brave. Really, really good for clearing stages. You guys might notice that I use Shogunyan quite a bit on stream. I love Shogunyan. He's adorable. He's got an awesome design. I don't know what your favorite legends are, guys, but mine? Shogunyan definitely gives Komoshira a run for his money. Though Komoshira might be my favorite. Shogunyan is cool, though. And he's good in Yokai Watch, too. He's always a solid bet. So, we got Shogunyan, got Zero, got Maximus N, rather, got Lionheart. Now, Sergeant Burley, the game gives you. Then, he's a C rank on stage 16. Sergeant Burley, his stage is a stage anyone can grind. Anybody. So if you just go to Mount Wildwood, you go to stage 16, I think it is. Right here. You grind Burley. He dies in like 2 seconds. Just feed him a bunch of burgers. Burgers are pretty cheap. Make sure to donate to the shrine to increase your chance. Abdallah reminding everybody to smash that like button if you're enjoying this explanation of how to get a big boss without any super powerful yokai. Definitely show us by smashing that like button, and of course subscribe if you haven't already. So as I was saying, Sergeant Burley, anybody can grind. No matter what your team's level is, even if your team isn't level 50 yet, you can easily grind Sergeant Burley's team. It takes a little time, but you can't complain about it because there's no luck involved. All you gotta do, if you're upset about your team, is keep grinding Burley. That's it. That's all you gotta do. So, Sergeant Burley is a yokai that anybody can easily max out. So we're gonna use him on our team as well. Then, for our final yokai, it's a tough choice. It's tough choosing somebody that's fair to use, somebody that everybody's got. You know, Pando's just too powerful. We're not gonna use him on our team. That 147 attack is a little too broken. So we're gonna use someone a little higher ranked. Illuminact is event. We're not gonna use him. Cruncha is a crank exclusive Legend Seal. Not gonna use him. Beetle is not good, so we're not gonna use him. Now, D-Muncher, a little more common than Cruncha, so we could put him on our team. She's not very good, Camellia, plus she's an event exclusive. No, she isn't, sorry, don't, stop. What NHN did was they claimed she was, took her away, and then put her in permanently like they should have. So, I forgot NHN made up for that, and Camellia is currently permanently in the crank, but she's very, very rare to get. So we aren't going to put her in. Plus, she's not that good. Then Snartle, my Snartle is like way maxed out. So even if you manage to pull him, which isn't too hard, he's not an accurate representation. So maybe we'll go with this level 40, Ultimate level 3 Zerberker. I think that's pretty fair. I think that's pretty fair to use. Let me know if you guys don't think so. But Zerberker is in the sewers. You just recruit him. He's only A rank. A ranks are a little tough to get. Plus he requires meat, so But he is grindable. And he's only at Ultimate level 3. So I don't think that this is unfair. If you guys agree, let me know in the comments. Give me a thumbs up in chat if you think, hey, this is a fair team that I could get myself and use in score attack. Burly, you just grind. Anybody can do that. Maximus N, you just grind. Anybody can do that. Lionheart, you just recruit a lion, an E rank, level him up a bit. It takes a little time, but again, anybody can do that, and he's only at Ultimate 3. Zerberker, a little difficult to recruit, but with some time, you'll get him a few times, and mine's only at Ultimate 3. Then Shogunyan, everybody pretty much naturally gets. You go to stage 70, you might have to restart it a few times, but you clear it in 70 seconds, and bam. There's your Shogunyan. So, this team, very doable for anybody interested in getting a big boss. And we're going to try and get Whismellowman with this team. Now, we might need a little cash. Might need a little cash in order to buy the score attack items. So we'll see, and we might have to run Frostail another time since we're representing the underdogs here. Gamers Online says pretty fair. A lot of people giving us thumbs up, so we're going to go through with this. Give me luck to be friends or burkers, says Gamers Online. I'm sending you luck. I'm sending you luck. I'll give you a thumbs up. Good luck. Truan's World asks Leafy, is Ultimate level 3 Kieran good in score attack? Oh, Kieran's fantastic. If you have Elderbloom, Steppa, Wiglin, any of those guys, use him. I suggest Soul Secreting him, honestly. He's better than Komashura, so Soul Secret away on Kieran. But right now, we're aiming for 3 million. That's what we're aiming for. So we can buy all of these score attack items, but that won't leave us with enough money to renew. So I'm thinking maybe we'll just go with these, or we'll see what we get without renewing for the extra 10 seconds. So this is only going to cost like 1,000. Not even, because we had 960, right? So this doesn't even cost 1,000, if I'm correct. And we're going to see what we can do with the underdog team. What will we be able to do? Score attack takes a bit to load and is a little laggy, sorry. So, we got this nice chain of Lionheart going here. We'll link him up. Now we're going to charge up our Zero. We were just 1 soul point short, so we'll pop a couple here. Pop our Zero. We're going to link up our Burleys here. Charge his. We almost have all our soul ultimates charged for this fever time. Come on, we can do this. Alright, so we didn't manage to get everything for fever time, but hopefully we can pop Lionheart here. Shogunyan's up. Go for Shogunyan. And then before so fever time is up, but our boosters are still up. So we can still go for the boosted Zerberker. Now we're back to linking. Our boosters are still in effect, so we're going to try and link Lionheart, somebody that can still be charged. We'll link up Shogunyan here. Easy. Here, Zerberker, almost charged, not quite. Here we go. Got 13 right here. Got a nice link of Burly, and again, we're just going to try and get into fever time one more time. see what we can do. We'll charge our Zero. Ooh, we can get up a second Lionheart. Awesome. So we're going to go for the Lionheart here. Maybe he'll pop himself and we can cycle him. Nope. So we'll go Shogunyan, popping the big Lionheart for really big damage. So now we should have enough time to get off Zerberker after this Lionheart. Random poppers are a little tough because they take a little time to use. That's why Demuncher is better. However, we're going for the Underdog team here, which means definitely no Demuncher. Oh man, just one more second. If we had an extension there, we could have gotten another Lionheart off. But would you guys look at that? Using this Underdog team, the team that anybody, every single one of you guys, after this stream, or during it, play with me. Any of you guys can get this team with a little bit of time. Takes no luck. All you gotta do is invest some time. And you can place in the top 250. If you want to get your favorite score attack big boss, if you love Whismellowman, this is a week where Brave is effective, then go for it. Because we got 4 million right there. If we scroll through the rankings, we will see that 4 million would get us a big boss. It would get us into the top 250. In fact, 4 million would get us a little more than that. 4 million, we placed like a little upwards, right? So let's say we got 160. Let's say we got 160th place. If we check the rewards here, 160th place, we got a Whismellowman, a Soul Secrets, and a Light Blue Coin G. Anybody can do this. Let me know what you think of the team. I can show you guys some more teams for other weeks. If you'd like me to, we'll create them together. Hunter Gamer 15 asks Leafy, I'm sorry I didn't ask this question before. Hey, it's okay, this fits. But I can't play score attack on Puni. He's asking what's wrong. Your tribes are wrong. Puni only lets you use certain tribes each week in score attack. So check the tribes. It's like in the corner of the screen, bottom left. And the issue is that you don't have the correct tribes. If you have any tribes that aren't signed in the bottom left, then can't use it. Nightbot reminding everyone to remember to smash that like button and show your support for this stream. Absolutely, if you thought that was a good explanation, if you want to see me continue explaining this, then definitely give us a like. Let me know what tribe you guys want to see next. So, we just did Brave and Tough. In Brave and Tough weeks, which is weeks with a slippery or mysterious big boss, this is the team that you're going to want to use right here. So next, you guys can choose from Charming and Heartful weeks, or Shady and Eerie weeks, or Brave and Tough weeks. And we'll craft a team that pretty much everyone can get. Or rather, that everyone can get with a little time. So vote in the chat. Vote in the chat. I'll be watching. And let me know who you're interested in seeing. P-Gray says, I mean, it's still day one of score attack. Scores will probably end up higher than 3 million. P-Gray makes a really valid point. So we got 4 million there. So 4 million, definitely a little higher than 3 million. Now, will that be enough? I don't monitor the 250. So I can't say for sure. But I will say that we played without any extensions. And we also missed the Zerberker in that fever time. So if you try a couple times, and if you do all the extensions, you could probably definitely get 5 million with that team. And 5 million, certainly not bad, and I think 5 million would guarantee you a big boss. Now, I will be checking 250 this week, and I'll be reporting back to you guys on Twitter. Check me out on Twitter. I'm at 101leafy, twitter.com/101leafy, and I will be tweeting the 250 score that week. And I'll be like, hey, so our team works. If 250 is like 4.5 million or whatever, then yeah, the team definitely works. And even if it doesn't, Lionheart, not even if it doesn't, Lionheart, not that difficult to level up for his ultimate. So grinding Lionheart to ultimate 7, that would have boosted our score a ton. So I'm seeing votes for, Crimson Rosero says Shady. A ton of people are saying Charming. Charming, 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 Charming. Heartful, Charming, Charming. Someone says Wicked. That Wicked doesn't have tribe advantage. Sorry, Anakin. A ton of charming. So we're gonna see how do you get next week's big boss. Next week's big boss is Mighty Dog, Hardy Hound, Pound Hound. Everyone's favorite bonus ball maker, because they don't have a choice. He's the only bonus ball maker. So this guy right here is going to be next week's Score Attack Big Boss, if I'm correct. So in case you're wondering how to get him, we're about to find out. So Taylor Grogan asks, Leafy, do you need to have level 50 yokai, or is it like a preset? You must have level 50 yokai. Attack makes way too much of a difference in this game to be doing score attack with level 40 yokai, level 30 yokai. No. If you want to be competing in score attack, grind your team. It takes like 30 minutes. Just grind your team, get them to level 50. You will notice your scores go way up. Your Y money that you make goes way up. You need to do that. That's not a choice. Oh man, Declinator the Beast says, why don't you sound like the real Leafy? I don't know. I am the real Leafy, so I at least I hope I am. So when it comes to Charming and Heartful weeks, which is what won the poll, Charming and Heartful are week 2, Mysterious and Slippery. If we check the tribe chart here, because sometimes it's easier to see it as a graphic. We go help, wait 10 minutes for it to load because all of Wibble's menus are just rendered websites. How to play. Tribe compatibility. We can scroll down here and see, hey, Mysterious, good against Charming, and good against Heartful. Hooray! And then Heartful and Charming have advantage over Shady and Eerie, so we'll do that next. But for now, if you're looking to get Red Jay or Hardy Hound, Mighty Dog, then you're going to want to use Mysterious or Slippery. Now, I did promise you guys that I would show you guys what my ideal Slippery team is. So I'll show you guys that right now. Why do I think Slippery is a strong tribe? Well, Awoken, really powerful single target attacker. Venok, really powerful popper. Shadow Venok, really powerful popper. SB Snaggerjag S, really powerful center popper. And then, Yalbikuni, or I don't even remember her name, Myrmidonna, really powerful bottom popper. So, are they good for score attack? They're okay for aggression runs. But are they good for clearing stages? Yeah. You don't have an attack upper, but you do have the stunner, Awoken, and that's really good. So, I do think Slippery is a really powerful tribe. However, for score attack, like I said, Mysterious is going to be a little better. But here's the thing. You aren't going to want to do full Mysterious. So, if you're working with yokai that most players should be able to get, Chimera is a gimme. This is tougher than I thought it would be. Well, hang on. Maybe Slippery is better for this. I don't know. This is tricky. What should we do? Sorry. I'm streaming from my phone. Mysterious tribe here. If we're going with Chimera, then Signaton should be helpful. I know my friend Lunix is a huge fan of using inflators in aggressive strategies. He likes them. I really like them, but my inflators aren't that powerful. Then, Komoshira not everyone has. I would recommend Komoshira, but not everyone's got him, unfortunately. So, Mysterious isn't going to be that strong of a choice in terms of aggressive runs. If you go Venoct, who I would say is pretty easy to pull. I pulled Venoct as one of my first yokai. I'm going to say everybody could get Venoct. Shadow Venoct, you just got to grind for. Anybody can get Shadow Venoct. Then, Myrmidonna, anybody can grind for. You get the Mermaid Pearl by defeating Cap and Crash. So, Myrmidonna is definitely a yokai that anybody can get. Then, the tricky part comes in your score uppers and your attack uppers. Well, unfortunately for us, we're going to have to go with Unpleasant. So, Unpleasant, he's difficult to grind. However, he's stronger than Burly in this situation since nobody has a mysterious or slippery score upper. This is excluding Edison, who's only in Puni. So, if you can grind Unpleasant, if you have the patience to do so, do it. However, Unpleasant is extremely difficult to grind. He's really, really difficult to grind. So, I would say, if you don't have the patience to grind Unpleasant, go with Burly. Grind Burly. He's usable every week, as you're seeing. If you grind Burly or you grind Unpleasant, he's an amazing, he's just amazing. He's great for any team. Then, coincidentally, the best attack upper still gonna be Maximus N. I'd say this is the most accessible team. Burly and Moxie, easily grindable. Shadow Venoct is easy to get, not so easy to grind. Venoct, he's pretty easy to pull. I got him as one of my first cranks. And then Myrmidonna is easy to get. You just gotta grind out the item. So this is the best slippery team. What would I change in terms of the ideal team? Well, I personally would use SV Snagger Jackass over Myrmidonna. I think if we check out the medallion, we compare their attack stats. If you're doing an aggressive slippery team, SV Snagger Jackass has 619, Myrmidonna has 610. And then I think SV Snagger Jackass Max deals more damage than Myrmidonna Max. I think. So I would say definitely replace Myrmidonna with him, but he's really difficult to get as an event yokai. So if you're going with an aggressive team for slippery, and you don't have a lot to work with, this is probably your best bet. But this is a tricky week. This is a tricky week to do. Now, if you are working with Mysterious Yokai, if you really want to do that, Chimera anybody can get. He's a mission, so really easy. King Mera, pretty easy to pull, extremely powerful. If you can pull him, use him. Komoshira, Soul Terrier is way too hard to pull. I'm excluding most legends from these things. Honestly, Signaton's not a bad choice. He's gonna help you get your yokai up. He's gonna help you spam them. If you use Signaton plus Miradox, who I actually don't have right now. Sorry, I've never recruited Miradox because I just don't use him. But the best team, let's put Miracle and pretend that he's Miradox, okay? Can you guys do that? Can you just kind of pretend this is Miradox? Or Vanifo, as Abdallah wishes his name was. Then, we'd use our score upper. Or we'd use an attack upper. I'd have to ask Lunix, who isn't in this stream. But this, honestly, I think this is a better strategy. Chimera, King Mera, who you hopefully can pull. Signaton, Miradox, and Sergeant Burly is probably the most accessible charming team. This is a very difficult week, though. This is a really difficult week for people who don't have a lot to work with. I'll be honest with that. King Mera requires luck in order to pull. You know, Miradox and Signaton anybody can get. Chimera anybody can get. But King Mera does require luck to pull. He is a legend seal, though he's more common than most. I'd rank him... What would I rank him at? A lot of people rank him as extremely common. I'd rank him around Venox rarity, honestly. I'd rank him around there. So, King Mera, hopefully you can pull. Signaton and Miradox anyone can get. And then Burly, anybody can get. Again, unpleasant if you have the patience to grind him, but I'm not going to recommend him. Sergeant Burly, way easier to grind. So this is probably the best team. Slippery one, not as solid. If you're using the double inflator, double attacker, plus a score upper, it's basically what Lunix does, honestly. and Lunix is one of the top score attack players, he has the highest world record right now, then this is probably your best bet. But I'll be honest, this isn't like the Brave week. This isn't a week that is terribly easy to do. You're gonna need some luck in order to pull King Mara. Chimera, I highly recommend using Soul Secrets on. He's really, really strong. He makes you a lot of money. He's not a bad choice for Soul Secrets. Oh, by the way, you want the Model Zero watch. Both of your attackers here are classic yokai. So if you want to have the Model Zero watch, just grind for a bit. It's pretty easy. It takes a little bit, but it's pretty easy. So now, I saw a lot of votes for Shady and Eerie week. Shady and Eerie is Charming and Heartful is who you're going to need to use. So, Shady and Eerie weeks are Prison Breaker, who we didn't get. NHN was like, maybe we'll not give them the best big boss. And then Shady is Usopp, hey, Big Usopp, Captain Thunder. So, when we get Captain Thunder, this is the team that you're going to want to use. Charming, as I've said before, is, in my opinion, one of the best tribes in the game. It's got a lot to work with. However, the difficult thing is, the lot to work with that Charming has is all extremely difficult to get. Red J is a big boss. You know, obviously hard to get. Swelterior, extremely difficult to crank. If you crank Swelterior, you have legends. So, I'm probably going to exclude Swelterior from this. Jibanyan S, Komasan S. Rarer than Swelterior, believe it or not. If you take a look, our Jibanyan S is at 4. Our Swelterior is at 6. So, all these guys are excluded. Lizaria takes a bit of time to get, but she's absolutely a solid option. Komajiro S is an event S rank, so he's got to go. Jibanyan A. He's rare, but not too rare. Since we gotta make a team, I'm gonna say... Wait, actually, you know what? No. Forget everything that I said. I forgot that Charming has access to Fokappa. Fokappa is what all of this strategy hinges on. So Fokappa is a single target attacker. And you might realize, hey, you know who else is a single target attacker? The Great D-Muncher that I use to get my score in score attack. And I actually would use Fokappa in Charming weeks if I didn't have Swelterior and stuff. So Fokappa is the best of the best, you know? He's the real deal. Fokappa is somebody that you want to max out. 526 attack. That is not bad. That is really good, in fact. Especially, you get that Model Zero bonus, which is going to get you, you're going to get like 550 around, I think, since that's 5% of 526. So you'll be around 550 attack. That is a very powerful yokai if you max out his ultimate. So, Fokappa, a little difficult to grind for, since he's an A rank. However, it's a little quicker since he's not a single target stage. You got the 2 Wakappa. So what you do is, you feed Fokappa. He takes vegetables. You feed Fokappa. You defeat him. Then, if he doesn't drop, you just restart the stage. Takes 30 seconds. Easy. Quick, like that. Not very difficult to get. So, absolutely, you're going to want to max out Fokappa. Then, it's just determining who you're going to use. So, Sergeant Burley, of course, everybody uses him. As I mentioned earlier, Unpleasant, anybody can get, but he takes a little time. However, anybody can get him. You just restart the stage that he's on. He spawns, and you get him. You defeat him, and if he doesn't drop, you restart. So, Unpleasant is not inaccessible. You make it to Old Springdale, which you should be at. It doesn't take long to get there. And you get Unpleasant. Anybody can get him. He's not somebody that requires luck to get. Luck to spawn, perhaps, but not Crankakai luck. And Crankakai luck is the only inhibitor. Correct me if I'm wrong. You guys, let me know in the chat. Am I wrong about Crank-a-kai luck being the only inhibitor? But I do believe that's the only thing that you can validly complain about, since Crank-a-kai luck can be pretty stupid. But all this other luck, you have unlimited shots. You just bam, 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 bam. 30 seconds to try for Fokappa. 30 seconds. Maybe a minute. It all depends on how fast your phone can load. So, after we determine that these two guys are easy. So, Beelzebub is going to be an attack upper that we use. Again, we're using my Demuncher strategy, where we flood. If you guys remember that, give me a thumbs up, otherwise I might have to re-explain. But, we go 2 score uppers, 2 attack uppers, and a direct attacker. Beelzebub, Timid Devil can be found in the yokai world. Shard of Evil can be found by defeating Zerberker. So do you have to try a lot to get Beelzebub? Technically, yes. Yeah, you do have to try a lot. However, you don't need to crank at all in order to get Beelzebub. Timid Devil is in the crank, but he's also in the yokai world. So Beelzebub is a yokai anybody can get. Then, there's Zero. So, Zero, or rather Maximus Zen, as we went over before, really easy to get. The game literally gives you Moxie when you get to San Fantastico. So he's not someone you need to worry about. You get him, and you grind him. He takes snacks, super cheap. And he's really easy to get. He will drop very, very often. Now, I see Heartful Remy, very, very observant, says no tribe unity. Yeah, if we had Komajiro S, we would be using him. But not everybody does. He is a charming attack upper, but he's an event yokai. Crimson Arzuro says he recognizes the strategy from MountWildwood.net. Hey, that is my Yokai Watch website where I publish guides, strategies, all that good stuff, news for the Yokai Watch games. I'm working on something really cool right now. I'm hoping I can make it work, but not sure. Check back on MountWildwood.net though to see if I can. I also have a YouTube channel. If you're enjoying this strategy explanation of Score Attack, check out my YouTube channel because I make videos on Wibble Wobble. I did a full analysis of all the SS ranks, all of these guys. Sorry, by rank, yeah. So, all of these guys, the double S ranks. Did you know that in a few weeks, we'll be getting an SS rank Shogunyan? Oh, my Wibble Wobble crashed, okay. So, do you know that in a few weeks, we'll be getting an SS rank Shogunyan? If you didn't, then I'll be going over that in my video. He's not bad. He's not bad. He's actually one of the best big bosses. So, definitely keep an eye out for that. Check me out. I am youtube.com/101leafy. But for now, let's go over some more Score Attack teams. Once Wibble Wobble decides to work. You know, that's my main complaint. Wibble Wobble likes to crash. So, moving on. For the Shady and Eerie weeks, we're going to be using this team. Not this team. We didn't save it. Oops. But we're going to be using this team. Sergeant Burley, Stage 16, Mount Wildwood. Really easy to get. Unpleasant, Old Springdale. He takes a little bit to get, but you'll get him. Then, Beelzebub grinds Zerberker for the Shard of Evil item. Grind Timid Devil in the Yokai world to get a Timid Devil. Fuse him up, 500Y, bam. One of the best attack uppers. Then, Moxie, San Fantastico, really easy to get. Put him right there. Then Fokappa, also in San Fantastico, grind him. He's a hidden stage. You gotta complete the stage that his hidden stage is on with Wakappa. I'll show you guys. So in order to get Fokappa, San Fantastico, I think Unpleasant is stage 256, if I'm correct. 257. I'll show you guys that after here. But to get Fokappa, so up here is Maximus N. Then down here is Fokappa. So, stage 197, finish with Wakappa's ultimate move, Mega Waterfall, and you unlock this. So, hang on. Let me show you where to find Unpleasant. So, if we go down here to Springdale, or Old Springdale, depending on if you've played Yokai Watch 2 or not. Right here. Which stage is he on? 276. 276, not 267, sorry. Stage 276 is the one that I think he's on. You just keep restarting, and he has a 5% chance of appearing. So Unpleasant takes a little time to get, but again, anybody can get him. Anybody can get Unpleasant. Anybody can get Beelzebub. Final Sewer. Grind Zerberker. Get the Shard of Evil. Bam. Then, go to Yokai World. Most people should be at Yokai World. Everybody should be, in fact. If you're competing in Score Attack without completing all the stages, just take a day or two. Complete all the stages. Where is the stage with Timidevil? Right here. Bam. On your way to McCracken. Got a stage, hidden stage 16, Timidevil. So you go there, and then you go down here to Sewer F, and scroll up, and bam, Zerberker. Zerberker drops the Shard of Evil. Use yokai such as Badignon and Sinake to increase the chance of an item drop, and eventually, when you're grinding, you will get the Shard of Evil. Hang on one sec. Now, for this next team that we're going to cover, it's actually going to be just as simple. So, for the Shady and Eerie weeks, you're going to be wanting to use this team right here. Sergeant Burley, Unpleasant, Beelzebub, Maximus N, and Fokappa. Hopefully you guys understand. I explained how to get all of them. Anybody can get them. No Crank-a-kai luck required. 0 crank lucks. You don't have to crank a single time to make this team. None. Not at all. Ever. Make this team without a single crank. Then, when it comes to the Brave and Tough weeks, we're going to turn to my favorite tribe, the Shady tribe. So, we're sticking with all this. You guys remember classic how to get them? We just went over them. All of these guys, we're good. Doing the flooding method. But, we're just swapping out Fokappa with Blandon. Now, Nulla's better. Nulla's more attack. However, Blandon, super easy to max out. You recruit the E-rank Dimmy, who you can get in, like, Springdale. But I grind him in, I don't know if he's in Springdale, sorry. But he's in downtown Springdale. You go here, downtown Springdale. Go down here, and, he's somewhere. Is he in this one? This one's Tengloom, which is Shady. I know that he's in downtown Springdale. Crimson Arzuros says, no Crank-a-kai luck strategies with Leafy. Yeah, I'm trying to make these strategies with the least amount of crank luck as possible. Because everybody's down on themselves. They say, I cannot, compete in Score Attack. I can't get my favorite big boss. I can't get Big Usopp because I don't have a good team for it. But guess what? You don't need Komashura to get a big boss. You need him to place high, but you don't need him to get a big boss. I'm trying to remember what stage has Dimmy on it. Let me check. Just one second. Checking my favorite Yokai Watch website, mountwildwood.net. Oh god, I should update that, by the way. Sorry. Sorry for the 2 people that want me to update it. I haven't gotten around to that yet. He is on stage 73, not 71. And it was in the 70s. So you go to stage 73. Yeah, Crimson Arzro says you can max Null if you have a lot of spirit. Blandon, you know, he's super easy though. Blandon always does the trick for me. He always... This is my team. This isn't just the Underdog team. I mean, this is my team, except I use Elder Bloom. This is literally my team. So you go here. You go Dimmy. Give him a rice ball. Alright. Then, you just kill him as fast as possible. You link up your yokai. Hang on, our only attacker is Blandon. Oops, sorry. So we go here, target Dimmy, give him a rice ball. Ideally, you'd use a team of full attackers so that you can charge a ultimate in a second and then restart the stage. But I didn't have the foresight to do that. So we charge Blandon, use Hazy Dance, and see. Okay, so you get a Dimmy. If you didn't get a Dimmy, then you click restart, and you just keep defeating Dimmy. But since we actually got the double drop of Dimmy and Rice Ball, we finished the stage. So we don't have any attackers, unfortunately, so it's going to take a moment. Use Moxie, make this a little faster. Alright. Oh man, the big fever time. The unpleasant combos. Gonna deal some big damage here. Alright. We're going turbo mode. It lags a bit when I do this though. Alicio Gomez says Orgulus is a direct attacker. Yeah, Orgulus is good, but he's not as good as D-Muncher, and he isn't even out for us yet, unfortunately. So, you get Dimmy. It took us one try. Literally one try, because Dimmy's an E rank. Then, you level him up a bit. What level does he evolve at? He evolves at level 24. Okay. So, Dimmy evolves at level 24, I think. And that's it. Once he levels up, you evolve him into Blandon, and then you repeat the cycle, eventually maxing out your Blandon. I think it only took me a few hours to max out my Blandon, and man, it was worth it. Blandon, super powerful single target attacker. So you use this team right here, Burly, Unpleasant, Usable, Moxie, and Blandon, on weeks with Brave and Tough. So last week, this is basically the team that I used. I replaced Burly with Elder Bloom, and Moxie I used Zero because my Zero is maxed out, but Moxie's actually better. But other than that, this is the team I used last week to get Robinyan 28. Then, you also use him against Bushio when Bushio comes around. Because Bushio is Brave, and Tough and Brave have the same tribe group. If anybody has any questions, then let me know. But other than that, I think I covered all 4 teams that you'll need for Score Attack. That was glitchy. That was weird. I think that I've covered all 4 teams that you need in order to do Score Attack pretty well without Crank-a-Kai luck, with minimal Crank-a-Kai luck. One of the teams that I showed did require some. Dexholder Emerald asks, any yokai recommendations that aren't too hard? Oh, I already critiqued your team. Use Moxie instead of Hinomi. So let me know if you guys have any questions about these strategies. Joshua Tube Gaming says, hi Leafy, hi Tron Skits, thank you for saying hello. Lunar Jolteon asking where you find Null. He's in Shopper Row on the No Way level. He's a rare spawn, so 5%, 1 out of 20 chance of appearing. Not too hard to get. Oh, sorry, my cursor went on the screen. Oh, yeah, I almost forgot. Before we end the stream, I want to show off the big bosses. So, this was the first big boss in the cycle. This is next week's big boss. This was last week's big boss. I haven't even used him yet. Robunyan 28. This is the current week's big boss, Whismellowman. And I think those are all the big bosses that we've gotten in Wibble Wobble so far. But, in case you guys want to see Arachnus Awoken, last week's Awoken yokai, I'll demo him too. Crimson Rose says, Leafy, thank you so much. You're my role model for Wibble Wobble. Oh, thank you so much, Crimson, for the kind words. If you guys are looking for people that are even better than me at Wibble Wobble, check out the Filthy Goat or Robet, who's also Springdale Data Sciences on YouTube. P. Gray, who I'm guessing everybody knows, is also quite good at Score Attack. She doesn't really make score attack centric videos though. That's more of the Filthy Goats thing. Joshua Tube Gaming asks Leafy, will he get Dark Robonyan 28? I'm guessing you're asking about Robonyan 3000? Probably not until like next year, honestly. He's for Getogumi. So that was a special event in Japan pretty recently. Probably won't get him for a while. Trip the Ostrich asks, hey, thank you for stopping by. Asks, since you've been critiquing Wibble Wobble teams, could you do mine? It's Zero, Wickedbeard, Snartle, Shogunyan, and D-Muncher. Wickedbeard being, unpleasant for those of you who aren't into the memes. Shogunyan, Zero, Wickedbeard, Snartle, Shogunyan, and D-Muncher. That's perfect. I use that team. I use that team quite often for clearing stages when I want to collect some Y money too. Here, let me turn up the audio for just a moment if you want to hear Robonyan 28's sound. It was 28. And then that's Arachnus Awoken's, the ha! So we'll just charge these guys up, or we'll restart and then charge up. Zeta asks, we saw Leafy do a finger reveal. When will we see the hand reveal? Well, I actually have a video going up tonight on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/101leafy, on my impressions of the Nintendo Switch. I got to play it this Saturday, last Saturday, I guess. Putting up a video on what I think of all the controllers, how they feel, all the games I demoed. I played ARMS. ARMS was so fun. I played Splatoon 2. If you want to know my detailed impressions, check me out on youtube.com/101leafy. Abdallah was there as well, though. I saw Abdallah. I saw him having fun with 1-2 Switch. Got to say hi. That was really fun. I know Abdallah's got some good things to say about the Switch, too, though. I don't know if he's doing a video. Abdallah, you're in the chat. Let us know. Are you doing a Switch impressions video like I am? Because I'm interested in what you have to say. So here we've got Hardy Hound charged up. We've got Robonyan 28 charged up. So we're going to use those two first. Hardy Hound creates an explosive strike. He places 4 bonus balls on the board. It counts for stars, so if a star says make 12 bonus balls, use Hardy Hound 3 times, and you're basically cheating the stars. It's awesome. Then, Robonyan 28, not as awesome. Never seen this ultimate though, so let's see what it looks like. Destruction Beam. Look how cool that looks! But then, oh, they're balls. Oh, it deals 697 damage. Wow, that's so good. So yeah, Robonyan 28, not really a big deal, especially since he's in Tough Try, which doesn't have a lot to work with. So now, Arachnus Awoken, Spider Smash. At max level, he is the most powerful inflator, inflates to size 10 to 12. Really, really good. Red Jay's Inferno Blast, Center Pop, that's a big center pop, and he's not even that high of a level. And finally, Whismellowman. Oops, we'll do Whismellowman next, sorry. I was 1 second behind. But yeah, the hand reveal was, I took a bunch of pictures at the Switch event, and a lot of them are me holding the controllers to show how they fit, so you will get to see the hand reveal. It's intense. So let me know, guys, what are you most excited for in terms of Nintendo Switch games? My most anticipated Switch game is definitely ARMS, though I've already got the Breath of the Wild Collector's Edition pre-ordered. I'm definitely psyched for that. Splatoon 2, looking awesome. Not sure what you guys are excited for, though, so let me know. So here, we're just gonna demonstrate Whismellowman, because he is this week's big boss, in case you're wondering what he does. Spoiler, he's not good. Sorry. A surprising amount of SS ranks actually aren't that good. Again, if you're interested in what all of the upcoming SS ranks are, the order that we'll be getting them in, if they're good, what they do, all of that, check me out, youtube.com/101leafy, because I posted a video on that the other day. There's Big Shogunyan, Big Usapyon, Big Mangy Mutt, lots of cool guys. Let's flood Whismellowman so that we can see. Also give team strategies, saying what yokai they're good with. You know, helping you out with score attack there. Here, Whismellowman, you'll see Blabberbarth, Barf, makes all his Wibwobs disappear for like 28 seconds. Disappears aren't that great. Vanishers, they aren't that great in my opinion. Lunix loves them, but that's really niche. That's really niche. He's like the only one that uses that strategy. It's the best one, but I don't like it. Also, like, why I don't want a Soul Secret Whismellowman. Just not worth it. Oh god, are we actually going to lose to these flumpy dudes? Boohoo. We need Rolling on 28 to deal an astonishing 1,000 damage. Oh, we're dead. Alright, we're gonna continue there. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this stream. It was a little unconventional, but I had a lot of fun. I enjoyed mixing it up, talking about strategy. If you like my strategy, if you think I give some good tips, then check me out on YouTube, youtube.com/101leafy. I think there's a link in the description as well. I also made a video recently on how all the Yokai Watch 3DS games, including Yokai Watch 3, are confirmed, and when I think that they'll release, so check that out as well. You can find me on Twitter, where I give my daily thoughts, where I talk about other content creators like Filthy Goat and Abdallah, if you're looking for other Yokai Watch goodness. And of course, you can find me on twitch.tv/101leafy, where I play games that like Wibwob or games that aren't Wibwob, like Tank Troopers was something I was playing pretty recently. Thank you guys very much for joining me. I had a ton of fun, as always, and I hope you did too. If you like this video, then make sure to show us by smashing that like button. Subscribe for more Wibwob streams every Monday at 4 p.m. Central Time, and leave a comment below letting me know what double S ranks you have gotten so far, and what double S ranks you're looking to get in the future. This has been 101 Leafy. Thank you guys for joining me.